we missed that first flight, yeah, I knew it was a wrap. It's your realtor's favorite realtor. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dean, also known as Jew. Welcome back to another episode of Rolle. First off, I want to apologize for not uploading a video last week. Last week was absolutely nuts. I'm not sure if you know, but I actually switched brokerages last week. I was in the process of kind of leaving one entity and getting into another one. I got 2 homes under contract last week. We back on it. Want to drop a video for y'all. I was on the fence about what I should do a video about, and as y'all see, I'm wearing this real funny looking hat. Don't talk about my hat. This is actually my Lucky St. Thomas hat, and it's a story that comes with this hat. This morning, I woke up, and as always, I hop on Facebook. And right now, a lot of people are on Facebook going on vacation, which is cool. Me, myself, I'm grinding, getting to it. I like to travel myself, but right now, traveling really isn't in my picture right now. I'm more focused on making sure the family got what they need. I got 2 little ones, and I'm expecting baby number 3, so I'm kind of focused in on that. I saw somebody on Facebook enjoying themselves out in Jamaica. Then I walked into my closet and I saw this hat, and I instantly started laughing because I wore this hat on the worst travel experience I ever had. So I'm gonna set the tone for y'all. My grandmother on my father's side in 2017 was turning 80 years old. Hold on, I gotta get past this truck real quick. I don't know if y'all know this, but both my parents are from a small island in the West Indies called Dominica. My grandmother had 10 children. My dad is one of 10. And the goal was for my grandmother's 80th birthday, we were all going to Dominica because my dad had did some construction in her home. The house was looking really, really nice. Everybody's to come down there, spend about a week to 2 weeks down there. And we all were going to attend a all-white party for my grandmother's 80th birthday. They wanted to do it real nice, do it real official. Pretty legit. My family always gets together, but this was probably as official as it was going to ever get. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia. So the closest airport is Norfolk, Virginia. And I ain't got a whole bunch of money. I'm not rich. So, of course, when we booked the flight to go to Dominica, international flights can cost a lot. But if you've been in that situation, you know it's a real space between how much money you're willing to spend on your flight versus how much layover time you want. And if you can't relate to that struggle, then we cut from a different cloth. I found a nice little balance of not getting beat over the head for a ticket price and also not being in a lobby for layovers all day or overnight. And the plan was for me to drive to DC, to my aunt's house on my mother's side, leave my vehicle there, catch an Uber to Reagan Airport in DC, fly from Reagan to Atlanta, then fly from Atlanta to Puerto Rico, and then fly from Puerto Rico to Dominica. And it was about a 2-hour layover time between all the flights. That's how it was supposed to work out. Everybody was looking forward to us coming, just going down there having fun. Dominica is one of those places where it's a very, very natural place. You got to be real picky with who you bring down there because not all people define fun the same way. That night, we were going to drive up to DC, and the flight was supposed to leave from DC at like 7 in the morning. This is where the nonsense started happening. And I had the CNN notification on my phone. And I don't know why, but I got a notification from CNN saying that it was like widespread airplane-like groundings around the US. But it was crazy because it wasn't really for a specific reason. Like it wasn't like a terror incident or weather related. It was just like, yeah, we just got planes on the ground. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of odd. I ain't paying no mind. Drive up to DC, I get to my aunt's house. It's like 2 in the morning. Mind you, my flight is leaving at like 7. My aunt happens to live 5 minutes from the MGM casino. Me being the gambler that I am, I look at the wife and say, we got a little bit of time. Might go see if I could come up. So boom, drive to the MGM. Got a little bit of money on me. I'm feeling good. Hop on the poker table. Now, everything was good. I come up with easy $500 in about an hour and 30 minutes. I come up with easy $500. I leave. I'm up. I got money. Old lady with me. We about to fly out. Everything great. I'm not worried about nothing. Can't nothing go wrong. Boom. About 5:30 in the morning, catch the Uber. First time riding the Uber, had a great Uber experience. Dude picked us up in a nice car. He was cool. He was talking. I tipped him good because I had money. I had MGM money. We leave from the Uber, get to the airport, go through you know, metal detectors, all that stuff, everything good. Get to the lobby, get some breakfast, and our flight is delayed. So, me being the optimistic person I am, my wife looks up at me and she was like, "You think everything gonna be all right?" I was like, "Of course. I've never missed a flight in my life, not starting the day." It gets delayed some more. So the plan was I got a couple of cousins that's all flying to the same place, and some of us were actually supposed to meet in Atlanta. So I'm texting my cousin like, "Hey, yo, and my plane getting delayed." And they're like, "Don't worry about it, it's gonna be all right." So boom, it gets delayed again, and I'm cutting time really, really, really close. So I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, "Yo, I only got like 20 minutes to get off this plane and get to the plane in Atlanta." And if you've ever been to Atlanta, Atlanta's a big airport. Like, all the terminals not in one place. You actually got to take the subway to get to another terminal. Our flight actually finally boards. Like, we like an hour behind, like an hour and a half behind. Get on the plane. We land in Atlanta. When we land in Atlanta, I know you know it's a little wait when you gotta like let the plane land and then the little light come on and then everybody gets up and walks off the plane. And I'm only sitting on like 15 minutes of time. Like, I look at my wife and I say, "Babe, I'm gonna grab this luggage. I want you to get behind me and stay as close to me as possible because I'm running over everybody in this aisle." So we sit there. I'm sitting there like this, waiting for the light to come on. Boom! You may now leave the plane. So I start running through, right? Wife behind me. I got her carry-on, my carry-on. Mind you, all of our other luggage is on the plane. So I bogart. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So I'm running. Hey, I'm out there looking like AP. Like, I got two big luggages and I'm out there looking like AP. I'm running over anybody and everybody in the way. So I boom, flee, terminal, bang the left, right? Hit the escalator. The train about to leave. I slide on the train, babe not too far behind me. I hold the train door, she get on, boom. We're on the train door. All right, boom, 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 2 stops. Get to the terminal, up the escalator, bang the right. When I tell you, smooth fofo action. Man, I get to the lobby where my plane's supposed to take off at, bro, and I see that jank going down the runway like this. Miss the flight. I look at my phone. I got a text message from my cousin talking about, "I tried." All I see was, "I tried, cuz." That was it. I tried to text back. She got an iPhone. That jank went straight to green. I'm like, damn, she done turned the phone off. Hey, we missed the flight, right? So I'm like, damn, man, I'm tight. All right, so I'm tight, you know what I'm saying, for about a good like 10 minutes. But like, you know what I'm saying, I'm really not a person to get mad easy. I was tight. I got over it, right? So I calmed down. Me and the old lady like, damn, what we gonna do? I talked to the person at the front desk and I'm like, "Yo, I'm trying to get to Dominica. Of course, I missed my flight and I missed it due to another delay, which I had no control over." They're like, "Oh, sorry for everything that happened. Let's see what we can do for you." I asked the lady, "So what's the next flight getting to Dominica?" Now, mind you, we're supposed to go to Dominica I'm going for, I think, about 10 days. She looks at me and said, "Yeah, the next flight from here to Dominica in a week." I said, "No, not doing that. Bad option." From that point on, I'm getting really tight. So all my cousins and them, like, I got cousins already down there. I'm texting people that's already down there, like, "Yo, we missed the flight." They talk about it's gonna take a week before we can get down there. I'm only supposed to be there for 10 days. It's not really looking like it's gonna be in my favor. I know it's my grandma's 80th birthday, but I mean, bro, that's kind of OD. And at one point in time, I told my dad, I was like, hey, bro, hey, Pops, I might not be coming, bro. Like, I'm that mad. He like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? See what you could do. Call me back. Blase, blase, blase." So then, provision button turns on, right? And I'm like, all right, let's see what we could do. So Dominica is a very small island in the West Indies, and if you look at it, it's a long strip of islands that make up the West Indies. You got Guadeloupe and Martinique. It's between Guadeloupe and Martinique. And I'm like, okay. So let's see, because you know these islands have boats that go from island to island. It's not just all airplanes. Like, they got boats that go up and down daily. So I said, let's see if I can get a flight to one of the islands. So I look at Guadeloupe. They was like, yeah, the next flight going to Guadeloupe, or the next chain of flights going to Guadeloupe, is in about 5 days. But we can actually get you to Martinique tomorrow. So I said, okay, we gotta move. So my aunt, who is my godmother, that's the one I left my car at, I told her the situation, and she's like, damn. Well, she was like, you know what? I actually have a friend in Guadeloupe. Let me call her and see if there's like a daily boat that goes from Guadeloupe to Dominica. So she calls me back. She's like, well, I found out. She says, Jew. My aunt calls me Jew. She says, Jew, there's actually a boat leaving at 3 in the afternoon from Guadeloupe to Dominica. And if you get a flight early enough, she can pick you up from the airport and take you to the boat. I'm like, that's it. That's what we doing. So now, in order to get to Guadeloupe now, we gotta forget about Puerto Rico. So I'm in Atlanta and I'm stuck, but it's a flight that night that goes to Miami, and then from Miami the next day, it's a through flight. And a through flight means the flight leaves from Miami, it stops in Haiti, but I don't get off the flight and I continue to Guadeloupe. So I said, that's it. There was no extra charge to us. They said, you know, we gonna arrange this flight for you. So I said, cool. So they told us, the lady told me, like, hey, you're gonna have to spend the night in Miami. We're gonna get a hotel arrangement for you for the inconvenience. So I'm like, all right, bet. We get a flight to Miami from Atlanta, and that flight's supposed to leave at like I think it's like 7 in the evening. That flight gets delayed to 8 o'clock. Then that flight gets delayed to 9 o'clock. Then it gets delayed to 10 o'clock. I'm like, yo, and it's weird because it's another flight from Atlanta to Miami already set for 10:30. So by the time that flight comes, I'm saying, yo, just put us on the other flight. So they put us on the other flight. We get to Miami. Now, mind you, I only got my carry-on baggage and this hat. I got my wife carry-on, my carry-on, and this hat. We get to Miami late that night. I get to Miami at like 11 p.m. that night. And I'm like, yo, we ain't got no baggage. Now, mind you, we've been running around all day. I ain't brushed my teeth. I ain't took no shower. But we about to go to the hotel. So I leave the terminal and I go down to baggage claim to get my baggage. And essentially, I get there and I'm like, yo, like, I'm trying to get my luggage. We were told that we gonna have a hotel. And I get there and the lady's like, unfortunately, your luggage has already been transferred to the plane for tomorrow morning. I said, okay. So me and my wife got attitudes. We're like, okay, but I'm trying to keep the peace. She got an attitude. She tight. My wife tight. But I'm trying to keep the peace. Like, okay, cool. So I said, so who do we talk to about the hotel arrangement? And lady looks at me and said, hotel arrangement? I don't got that on file. So I'm like, so what are we supposed to do until tomorrow at like 8 o'clock when this plane from Miami leaves and goes to Haiti to go to Guadeloupe? And the lady looks at me and says, I don't know. So she gives me this little travel bag, right? It's a little travel bag, and essentially it's like a little blanket, like a toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, and we basically stuck in Miami airport, like stuck. So we go upstairs, we trying to find, like, you know, them airport seats, so like the chairs just be hard as hell. So we go upstairs and like all the shit closed, like can't even get no food. I mean, we hit the vending machine. I had a couple of dollars on me at the vending machine, and we find a little cut. We find a cut in by between these two hallways, bro. And I lay the blankets down, bro. I tell my wife, hey, we gonna have to hold each other down on this one, bro. Like, so I lay down, she lay on top of me, and I'm like, we gonna have to try to get some sleep on this floor, bro. So boom. It's not comfortable, but we make it work, bro. We go to sleep right down on the floor in the airport. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. Wake up the next morning. Main priority is getting something to eat. So you go get something to eat. Everything's cool. We mad about the night, but we laughing it off. Our flight from Miami to Haiti that goes to Guadeloupe is on time. We catch the flight, stop in Haiti, stay on the plane, land in Guadeloupe, right? Get to Guadeloupe at like 2 in the afternoon. Mind you, the boat leaves from Guadeloupe to Dominica at 3. Bro, tell me why we get to Guadeloupe and I get the baggage claim, bro, and I can't find my luggage. My luggage, nor my wife's luggage is in Guadeloupe. We there. I got a lady holding up a sign that says, Junior, don't nobody in Guadeloupe speak English. It's a French-speaking country, so I can't even communicate with people like talking about. And I ain't got my luggage. I spent like a 30 minutes, 45 minutes talking to these people about my luggage. So I missed the boat to go to Guadeloupe. So I'm texting my mom, texting my people. I text my homeboy, who his family from Dominica as well, and I'm like, yo, we stuck in Guadeloupe. And he texts me back, and he's like, bro, hey, don't get caught moving. Don't get caught moving the wrong way out there, bro. Like, what you mean? He said the easiest way to say it, Guadeloupe is the Portsmouth of the West Indies. If you from Hampton Roads, no disrespect to Portsmouth, but you know exactly what I mean. Don't get caught slipping out there at all. Like, that's not what you want. My aunt's friend, I mean, she's not really a wealthy person, so she live out in the projects. So it's her grandson. Her grandson only speak French. He's sitting there talking to me like he having a full-on conversation with me. I don't know what he's saying. He could have been saying, Dean, you soft. Dean, you a little girl. Dean, I'll slap you. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't know what he talking about. We stopped there, and I ain't got no clothes at all, and I ain't took a shower. So the people at the airport was like, well, just keep receipts of everything you bought, you know what I'm saying? And we'll reimburse you. Man, so mind you, I go in Guadeloupe, and I get like some wife beaters, some boxers, and some balling shorts, and like the material's horrible. And mind you, it's not English, so the sizes, I can't try nothing knowing, so the sizes are off, man. Bro, let me tell you, I took a shower that night and put that wife beater on, bro. That wife beater was so tight, like my belly button showing, like these boxers are so far up my ass, bro. Like bro, like I'm telling you, it was horrible. We sleep, you know, she had a spare bedroom, me and the wife sleeping in there, and like I'm saying, we in the projects. I can hear people outside the window, outside rolling dice. Like, I'm like, yo, like, this is how it's gonna be. This is the trip for the ages. Wake up the next morning, get on the boat, catch the boat from Guadeloupe to Dominica. It's been a long day. I'm sleep on the boat. I wake up mid-boat ride. Somebody hit me in the head. Bah! So I'm in the middle of a boat, in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, and somebody punched me in the head. So I'm instantly on 100. Like, yo, who just hit me? Like, I look over and see my wife, and she like this. So I'm like, what the hell going on? Come to find out, my wife got motion sickness on the boat, so she just started throwing up on the boat, and she hitting me to give her like a bag. I'm like, yo, like, what more can go wrong? Like, so she throws up on the boat. We get to Dominica. I see all my family. They hype. Everybody cool. Everything gets great. We put a claim in for the bag. He was like, yeah, we'll have your bag to you in Dominica the next day. Next day comes, my uncle drives to the airport, which is like a 45-minute drive, drives back, comes back with one bag. They got my wife's bag. My bag can't be found. They was like, yeah, we think your bag in Atlanta. I'm like, yo, like, come on. So I go the whole trip. And mind you, out of all my family members, I'm the biggest one, right? I'm 6'3", probably like 245. I'm the biggest out of all my family, so I can't share clothes with anybody. So all I got is my hat, my bag, and I got my uncle. He's 6'1", but he's smaller than me. Like, he's probably like 200 pounds. So I got a couple clothes he give me, and I mean, I'm there with my family. Great time. Don't get me wrong. I love my family. I'm happy to be there with my family, but I mean, the trip. I'm kind of mad at the trip because I got no clothes, bro. I'm down there for like almost a week and a half with no clothes. And this is an all-white party, so we got the all-white party for my grandmother. Everybody got on a white, like, suit, white polo shirt. I mean, I had on a dingy white tee. Bro. In all the pictures. Like, but it's cool. For one particular situation, we go swimming on a beach called Layu Beach. I get there last. I get there 30 minutes after everybody. Everybody's in the water swimming. And I get there. And I get in the water. And I just start swimming, bro. It's beach water. And I get shocked by a jellyfish, bro. And I instantly I yell out, jellyfish. So everybody get out the water. And I go to this little bar. And the lady's like, yeah, I've been here for like 40 years. And nobody's ever been talking about a jellyfish. But it happened to me, though. It happened to me. Go through the whole trip. Say bye to family members. Great memories. I go back home. We don't get my luggage until 2 weeks after I get back. And when we get my luggage back, half the stuff that was in it was missing. So, my wife files a claim. Essentially, my bag got lost in Haiti. When we did the through flight, they took my bag off and we stayed on the plane. So, long story short, I had to file a claim for all the stuff that was missing in my bag, all the stuff that we didn't get, like the hotel, all the clothes I had to buy in Guadeloupe. If you do the numbers, I probably made double the trip back in reimbursements. So, last funny part of the story is the lady calls on the phone and she says, so everything you lost in the bag, make a list of it. And I said, you sure you want me to do that? She said, yeah, make a list of everything. I said, yup, all right. So, I'm here to tell y'all that I lost 3 engagement rings. I lost a cure for AIDS. I lost 2 MacBooks. I lost the keys to a Lambo. I lost fronts. I lost some platinum. I lost a set of rims. I lost a PlayStation 5, even though it hadn't came out yet. But I lost all that on my trip. And that's the story of my worst vacation experience. It's your boy Dean. If y'all need any real estate assistance in Hampton Roads, any solar assistance in Hampton Roads, hit me up. I'm gonna be back with more videos. I just got to my appointment, so y'all be easy. Gone.